Good morning. Good to see you all here. Welcome. Nice to have everybody with us. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. Yes. Hello, everybody. You're enjoying the good music? Well, good. Hope you're enjoying the good vibes. Hope you're enjoying a good week. And, wow. Good to see you all here. Thank you very much for tuning in, being a part of our streams, and being awesome. Thank you very much for being a member, a viewer, a subscriber, and hanging out. All right. Well, today we're going to be talking a little bit about City Skylines 2. Now, I wanted to play a little bit more City Skylines 2, and I switched PCs and didn't upload any of my stuff to the cloud, and I've been busy with other things, so we'd have to start a city over. But interestingly enough, just yesterday, the developers put a video up on their YouTube channel. This is actually the official City Skylines 2 video, or channel, where this video is. Now, apparently, I'm in this video. You guys told me about this yesterday. I was like, no way. Well, apparently, I'm in this video. I don't know for how long, but now, there's been a lot of major updates to City Skylines 2 since it's first dropped a little earlier this year in, October? And it certainly has a long way to go to be what it could be. But I've got to be honest, the developers have certainly nailed certain aspects of the game. Like, for example, building roads is outstanding. And, you know, like the building of trains, roads, all that kind of stuff is really, really fun, really well done. Still could use some mods, but honestly, it's like it's like 500% better than the first game, seriously. Very, very well done, very fun to build. The terraforming is outstanding, but some of the basic stuff, like, for example, you know, exporting goods, couldn't even figure out how the hell our city was, like, making money when we played it, you know what I mean? Like, we built a city. The budget was negative, but somehow we were making money, and it was like the math wasn't working out, and there was a lot of things that, you know, just it didn't work out. So if we go to if we go to Steam here and check out the game, they posted this The Journey to Launch video, so we're gonna watch that today and find out what the hell happened. Apparently, this explains like what happened and what they plan to do for the future, which is good because I predicted that the game would go from let's see, I thought it would go from mixed reviews up to positive or very positive. It still remains at mixed at about 30,000, but most recent reviews of about 5,700 do say that it's a mostly positive review for the game. So it certainly seems that it's getting better, and people are either writing new reviews or rewriting or changing their review to say now mostly positive, which is good. That's certainly what we want. It's a very positive, very good experience, especially when the devs were asking for or at least the game is $89.99 for the Ultimate Edition and $50 for Standard. And there was a lot of things that were kind of, I wouldn't necessarily missing, but that were just not correct. Like, you would expect them to have finished those things, like managing exports and imports. And, like, you'd think for a game where they were hyping much more than just the roads, where they were trying to say that, hey, your city is now like an industrial powerhouse, and, like, everything has to either be imported or extras can be exported for money. Like, that's a really cool way to make money rather than just taxing everything all the time. That's cool. But that didn't seem to really work. So I'm trying to look here for like any sort of patch notes, whatnot. They've got a few patch notes on some smaller versions, which may tweak things here and there. But, you know, they had Word of the Week going back for about 7 weeks now, about a week ago. And I guess maybe this is their new Word of the Week, is that they just put out this video. Maybe. I don't know. But it looks like they're doing hot fixes. We first played version 1.0. Now we're on version 1.0.15. So they've certainly expanded. Oh, wait. What is this? Expanded past updated timeline. Oh. Have they pushed things back a little bit? Release roadmap. This still seems about the same, doesn't it? Or did they... Actually, I think they tried to release this stuff this year, I thought, in December. Maybe not. But regardless, whatever. Delay all the DLCs. Delay on everything, and make sure the game is perfect. We need more of these things. Where just basics of the game, like garbage endlessly piling up and whatnot, is fixed. Oh, I think we watched this one, the Regions Pack teaser, which was cool. They're going to be making buildings and things from like every major city in China and Japan and the UK and I think the East and West Coast US, which are vastly different. But anyway, the devs are continuing to make the game good, but for all the funding and all the money that City Skylines 1 had, I think a lot of people said, well, there's really no excuse because they expected the best. And after all the DLCs that Paradox wanted for City Skylines 1, you'd think that a major amount of that stuff would be in the first game. And not necessarily in features, but in functionality. Like it didn't, the game didn't kind of didn't work. And I didn't even realize that until we got very close to about like 100,000 population. That's when problems started to happen. And that's when we started to realize, wait a minute, like things are not acting as they should. So anyway, join me as we watch a new video on the official City Skylines 2 channel, and then we'll start a new city today and talk about City Skylines 2. Now this came out in October, so now it's been about 2 months. That's pretty damn good amount of time to fix major issues, especially with those related to performance and those related to functionality. Like for example, you know, things like imports, exports, things popping up over the houses where it's like, oh, rent is too high. And like you know how rent works, you've fixed everything, and yet it's still giving you that issue. So anyway, good morning to you all. Welcome aboard. And let's watch the journey to launch in City Skylines 2. And then with all the major updates, let's start a new city, and we'll see how it all goes. We'll be playing some big games today, I think, including Traveler's Rest with Alex, and then 6 Days in Fallujah tonight with hopefully Alex, Red, and I can't remember. I think it might be 4 players, so hopefully Dirty, Lumberjack is around, maybe Bradford, but it is the holidays, so good to see you all here. By the way, as we enter the holidays, merch is 20% off still. A lot of you were asking over the last couple of days, exclamation point merch on that one. It's like last call, exclamation point join us, exclamation point gift, 'tis the season. And I've given all of our moderators keys for giveaways for you guys. So join our Discord, and develop our mods will be dropping developer gifted keys that they've been giving to me over the last couple months. Typically, when a developer will send me a key for a game, they'll give me a few for a giveaway. And so we've been giving away things like Undying, which is a zombie survival building game, and Ixion, which is kind of like a city builder in space on a space station, and all sorts of stuff. So if you like City Skylines 2, there's a lot of building games that are both traditional city builders and then city builder like survival crafting type stuff. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch the journey to launch City Skylines 2. And some of you had been saying that the developers were blaming the fans for overhyping the game. I don't know if that's true. I haven't seen this one, so I guess we'll see what they say, and we'll talk about this as we go. Let's begin.
People are expecting us to create something absolutely amazing, and they want it now. And the pressure that comes from the business side of things is quite a lot to handle. And then there is the pressure from the fans.
Oh, no effing way. Oh, it's City Skylines 2. Woo, let's go.
Who is that, Goober?
People didn't actually understand that we're not using anything from City Skylines. That we
Honestly,
are
I think
actually
that guy was a little too overhyped. I hate those kind of YouTubers, dude.
building everything new. We are trying to make a city building game that will last for a decade.
That was
that
me.
will basically be a game that we can keep working on, we can add to, and will be something greater than City Skylines can ever be.
Dude. Is this the new, what the hell is this, a new Blade Runner? That intro, though.
My role in the beginning was to basically set up the studio, get us funding, and I did anything from the dishes to community management, which is one of my favorite things to do. I used to be the one in like Cities in Motion forum checking what people are saying.
Bro, Cities in Motion is still a damn good game. Colossal Order, I've been praising Cities in Motion forever. This game that they're talking about is like a mass transit game that came out in 2011. Cities in Motion 1 is still damn good. If you go and get it, it will look old. It will perform like an older game, but it is damn good. And it's why Colossal Order probably does some of the best like city building in terms of mass transit ever. Like they definitely took everything that SimCity did with mass transit, with buses and trains and stuff, and blew it out of the water. Like Colossal Order took all the mass transit games and ran with it. The only thing maybe better than that is Transport Fever. But I wish Transport Fever would be both on a small and large scale. It seems like it's more kind of a medium to large scale. But Colossal Order, Cities in Motion, outstanding. Cities in Motion 2, it was kind of more of a test for City Skylines, in my opinion. But yeah, the original Cities in Motion was good. You think I'm to blame for this? What do you mean? I was excited. Woo! Cities in Motion 2, woo! That's what I'd be screaming if they made a third one. Who was that guy? That was me.
Using that feedback to help us with the vision of the game. Now we actually had...
Hold on a second. Did you see this? No one pointed this out. Bear. We can't even watch a developer blog for City Skylines 2 without there being a bear. Bears are everywhere, dude.
To help us with the vision of the game. Now we actually have dedicated people to do the community management, so I don't have to do it anymore. I still go in there every once in a while, but the team had that dream that they want to try and create the project of their dreams. And it just happened to be city building. I think people felt at that point that the market really is not there. But I don't know why, but we felt that we would be kind of that target audience. Simulation games, like the genre exists.
True.
And it's been quiet for a while, but we felt that there is definitely a lot of people who are looking forward for these types of games. It was just some young enthusiast or something.
They're talking about the first game here, which is true because there really was no city builder between like...
We never anticipated the game
between
to be so
SimCity 4 and 2013, there wasn't really much.
For us to
right.
Keep working on the game as the technology wasn't really supporting the things we wanted to achieve.
Just like, this can be like the comical relief interview.
Love this guy.
There would be a lot of footage for that at least, you know, like endless amounts. I'm actually the first employee at the company. So yeah, I have been here from almost the very beginning. Then when we started City Skylines 1, it was something around 9 to 13 people. And then after releasing the game, we kind of like expanded.
Wow.
The sequel talk started relatively early in the 8 years since the first game has been out.
We thought that we would stop after natural disasters. So we had after snowfall and natural disasters, and then the game would be complete. We could move on to something new. So we never imagined that it would have over 60 DLCs. Well, how many does it have now? I think there's over 60 DLCs for City Skylines.
Yeah, radio stations.
City Skylines, as we didn't think it would be that successful, we were ill-prepared to have the technology in a state that the development could go on for years and years. It's not a technical masterpiece in that sense, but it's a great game.
True.
The thing with City Skylines 2 is that how we have built it now with the absolutely latest technology allows us to keep working on this game for the next 10 years if we want to.
Want to? Well, you kind of should. I mean, you're charging $50.
Not only like match the first game, but then more. We're like fighting against ourselves in a way, because like we are our own worst competition, basically. You'll have that kind of like axe hanging above you at all time.
I think it was a very, very exciting opportunity. Think about the situation that we were in, that we had made a game that was massively successful, and we have the opportunity to do it again. Take all the learnings from 10 years of building a game, and then make something new with that knowledge, and fix all those things that kind of annoyed us. I mean, who gets to do that?
Bro. Okay, look at all the stuff that... Oh, look at that.
Yes. I mean, who gets to do that?
Okay, this is something the second game doesn't have. Like we got football players on the field. We got like people walking around an amusement park and a frickin' alligator, crocodile doing cartwheels and stuff. And then there was cheerleaders.
Happy birthday, City Skylines.
Is there gonna be more of me screaming?
It was 2018 when we signed the sequel.
Oh, this is like early development footage. Yep.
I have at times felt that this project is cursed, because if things had gone as we originally planned, the game would have come out sometime late 2020, early 2021.
What?
Early that
What?
year, I think it started to become apparent that it's not possible. There were like technical difficulties that were not something that we could have helped, because it was like third-party problems basically with technology. And with, of course, with simulation, because the game is so complex, there are so many moving parts. That alone it's a spider web in a way. Like you change something here or do some new thing, and then suddenly
Oh
like
my
5 things here just like burst into
Bro, what's
flames.
going on? Oh my God.
The whole project is actually 3 years late. It took us 3 years longer than we anticipated. The simulation was never the big problem. The biggest problems we had were with technology, but the simulation itself, that's something we know how to make that. Like that is the core of our skills.
What does she mean by
we make
technology?
simulation
Technology
games.
was the problem? What do you mean? Well, what are they referring to? The engine? The computers they were working with?
What's Marina like? She's a person that is a very good leader. Like, she's really good at getting people together and getting them to go a specific way. Like,
Okay, now this video is not leaning towards the fans as much. It started. This is a boardroom meeting investor thing where we're talking about the leadership team and goals and plans of action and all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, if we had to wait 3 extra years for a game, that's cool. If we had to wait 1 extra year for a game, if City Skylines 2 didn't come out for another, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, the hype would have still been there. People would have been like, well, the expectations would have risen, but there is a certain time to actually release the game, and there is going to be like backlash and whatnot. So it's like, what, you know what I mean? I don't know. But this is more shareholder meeting stuff.
I think when she's involved, like, things go in the right direction. When you work in game development, you see a lot of games in very early stages, and games in early stages are not a pretty thing to behold. I really dread playing very early development versions of games because it's so hard to tell if the
Oh, that's
will be
nice.
fun. Because most of them,
You
they're
can
not
see
fun.
them
They're there
testing
to
all the
prove
road
certain
building.
concept, establish certain technical things, and then a lot of the game design, the balancing and everything happens quite
So much
late.
green. Ah!
But when the game was in a state where I said, okay, now we passed alpha,
Oh, good.
I
I'm
presented
back.
the
Sorry,
game
my
to a lot of
AI
partners.
my
And
AI
that
broke.
was super exciting when I found out like what's in the game, like all the things that have been built in, like the unemployment, how it affects like how people drive traffic through the city, right? And these kinds
Deflecting
of things.
blame. Yeah, well,
and
I
that's
don't-
when I like.
they just
got
said
really
technology
excited
wasn't
about the
there.
game
Well,
as
what the hell?
Before it was always like, yes.
I mean,
City
you made City
2 will be
Skylines 1
great,
work.
but like you also can see it yet.
Work better
right?
than
Because
anybody
it's
else made a city builder
pre-alpha
before with
version
the
of game.
tech from 20.
Game development is
15.
complicated in the sense
Oh my
that when
God.
you set out to do a task, you don't know where the task will lead you. Like, yes, there's a bug and you need to fix the bug. It's very easy. But when you want to go from A to B, you might have bug B that is created by fixing that bug. So things are not linear. They can be cascading out of control. At some point, because of some changes we did and fixing
means
one
Unity
issue,
3D when she
the
talks
whole
about
build
tech?
had to be
Okay.
refactored, which actually meant that for a few weeks there couldn't be any like real development, and we as Paradox didn't actually see any new builds during that time because it just hadn't been refactored yet. Then when the refactoring was done, it could finally be tested what was wrong, and that introduced new issues. So there is no clear like just fix the issue and then everything will be great. I worked on this project on and off for like, I've been in the company for 6 years, so almost 6 years. So this it's not something that's like, oh, suddenly everything is coming together.
I don't know, stuff came together pretty good for City Skylines 2. It still needs
What
tremendous
state
work,
is the
but
game in, and is City Skylines 2 releasing to PC too early?
I definitely suffered some issues with it, and I will be honest, it doesn't feel smooth.
When people are asking me, like, why was the game released now? I feel like we ran out of time in a sense that with more
Money.
time,
They
we
didn't run
wouldn't
out of time,
have
they're running out of
anyway
money.
reached reasonable results.
publisher wanted it out. That's why.
Now that we have that actual open direct communication with the players, we have a huge amount of players that can actually point us those problem areas that we still have.
All the people in the community, we've all been in the Discord together. CO, Colossal Order, Paradox have been in there, and they've been listening. This is another positive.
All of the issues that they're having is something that we want to help
Maddie.
them improve upon. We have to just speak about these things like insanely candidly. I'm hoping that the people took that as positive affirmation that, like, wow, they're really trying because we really did try. But yeah, transparency was probably the most important thing to make people understand that, yeah, we see you and we're...
Okay, she said transparency is the most important thing, but additionally, they did have to speak candidly, so they're kind of limited or censored in the things that they have to say as community managers. So what's interesting, though, is that people are asking, like, when's a fix or whatnot, or what are you aware of these issues? But they can't really acknowledge that, because if they acknowledge that, it might be a promise to fix it. So it's everything is like... it's the corporate world of they know there's problems, they're well aware of it, they have to pretend that they're not aware, they need you to report it to find the biggest ones, then try to tackle those, and then do this where they make a showcase about it, where they say like, oh dude, without you guys we would have never got, you guys are so amazing, and so are we. Check out our next DLC coming out Q1 2024. Like, what? Did they do this with City Skylines 1? I don't remember. This is the first time I honestly have seen anybody from the Colossal Order team except for Maddie, or at least for like in terms of promoting City Skylines, she's like the only person I've ever seen for like when I started watching their videos for like the airport DLC back in, what was that, 2020 or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, like, these are all the people who work on the game, promote the game, design the game, market the game. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we get an attorney, an accountant, and like a HR specialist in here. Like, I don't know. Gamers who are trying to buy a product, I don't really necessarily think care too much about that. But, I mean, it's good to know what they think. Also, nice sweater.
We're working hard.
The community around City Skylines is the best one can have.
Also, chat, when did they delay the console edition to? Is that just delayed to, quote, 2024? Or is it, do they have an actual date? Well, that is a pretty city.
The people who have been playing City Skylines and have been following what we do at Colossal Order, they know that we're not stopping here. They know that we're here, we're listening, taking all the feedback, all the suggestions, and using that to keep working on the game. And we want to hear from them. They know that.
Cool.
I've had nightmares about
I knew
the
it.
release.
I knew this was the sound designer lady.
For
She's
months.
hyped.
Like, seriously, for months. I woke up sweating, like heart pounding. I was so nervous and so excited and so terrified because I want everything to be perfect. So, of course, I take everything to heart when they are not. The feeling I had was the strongest. Like, I understand. I have a tremendous respect for the community. I have a tremendous respect for players.
Technological triumph, performance pitfall.
In general, I think that
A lot of chat about tech.
opinions they have
I don't know what that
should
means.
not be like lightly discarded.
Our history has always been that we want to kind of like be close to the community. The success of our games relies a lot on the community and how they, play the game and figure things out there and how they add their own flavor to the game.
So for us, now that the game is out, now this is where the fun starts. As we've seen with City Skylines, we do our best work when we're actually doing it together with the community.
All right, that's true.
For us to be able to have this
I think she means mod.
model where we actually ship a game and we keep working on it, that really kind of suits our way of working. To do it together with the community, it's a completely different thing than kind of in a cave.
We hoped for something better, right? To some extent, I guess we also were blindsiding ourselves, lying a little bit to ourselves how bad the issues were on the performance side and how many people will be affected by it, right? If you play a game like that long in development, you start from something much worse and things get better, and that might have blindsided us a little bit to where it was.
All right, that makes sense.
At some point, we worked with time constraints, that the game had already been delayed by 3 years. We overestimated how easy it would be to fix certain things, and that basically cascaded down the road. Like when we did a tech review at the end of 2022, we said, okay, we can fix those things and things will be great, but then it's prioritization,
that
right?
plane
like,
was looking a
you
little
have to
jank.
fix certain things before other things. Like modding, for example, is a very good example where we had to prioritize more performance before modding can be addressed and be in the build, because there's always been the plan to have modding in at the start of the release. But unfortunately, other things like the performance had to take priority.
I think the performance issues, it was actually a little bit surprising for me because not because we wouldn't have tested the game, but it was more about how on different individual setups there seemed to be issues that we weren't fully aware of.
To be fair, I didn't really have any sort of performance issues. Before, as it was launching, the developers in their Discord sent out some recommended settings, and a lot of creators just went with those, even though they were not ideal. It was a little fugly in some ways, but I feel like the developers, if they recommended those settings to us, should have patched the game to have those recommended settings for the player, so at least it was more playable. And if someone was like, oh, I don't like the way this looks, well, then the first thing you do is you go into the options and you turn up things, turn down things. I mean, we've all done that. I mean, pretty much 9 times out of 10 when you fire up a game, you first hop into the options and change something with the, I don't know, the volume or the graphical settings, or even subtitles and stuff. Like even nowadays, a lot of games might ask you to do some of those tweaks at the start, like brightness and whatnot, because they want you to jump right into the game without delay. But regardless, recommended settings first of a lower quality or whatever, just to get the game to run. Because people, I don't know, when you buy a game, you don't really want to toy with that stuff too much, except for turning things from very high to medium or from medium to ultra, But, I mean, yeah. These guys just copied City Skylines 1. I completely agree. Whoever these developers are is just a carbon copy of the first game. Like, they should be sued.
And that was extremely unfortunate.
Hey, that's chirpy.
That actually
the Unity
made me
hat.
question that what did we overlook and how can we improve this in the future? I'm the kind of person that I like to analyze the situation and then try to learn from it and figure out how we can do better in the future, because that's how I feel that everything in here at Colossal should be done, constantly improving. There's work to be done there. We fully understand and recognize that. Let's not kid ourselves that we're in a great place with that, but the point here is that now that the game is out there, we have so much data, we have so much feedback that we can utilize. Wow. Let's use it and keep working on the game. There was never during this project that I was worried about the game. I was worried about the technology. I was worried about our relationship with our publisher. I was worried about the team, how will they be able to handle the pressure, But I was never ever worried that this game would not actually be fun to play. The gameplay is good, and that's what I've been telling everybody. The gameplay is good. Technology is something that we can keep working on. We can fix those issues. But if the game is not fun and the simulation sucks, where do you go from there?
I'm gonna have to think about that for a while, what she just said, before I comment on that. I don't know. Processing.
The release of City Skylines 2 was rough. The expectations that had built up felt like they were impossible to deal with. Having the absolutely wonderful, perfect marketing campaign, to follow that, to follow the hype, the expectations
The marketing was
from the players.
pretty damn good.
The feelings were mixed like the reviews. So it was really something that from the kind of excitement to get the game out there, to have the extremely harsh feedback, it's easy to kind of feel like we're drowning in some swamp because of the
Raptors to blame for all the hype. You're not wrong. I mean, I certainly was hyped for this one too. Everybody was excited. City Skylines 1 was so good that you're just like, oh, dude, 1 is so good, 2 has to be better. And then when you're seeing all those, I mean, how many weeks of those previews came out where they were showing, like, here's how power is going to work, here's how to build roads, here's how emergency services works, here's how exports are going to work now and imports. I mean, the marketing campaign was outstanding. Whatever amount of money they paid their marketing team, damn, they did a good job. And that seems to be a thing that we keep. It's the same with like Starfield. Like when Bethesda was pumping or hyping up Starfield every 6 months to a year, where they would just have their hour-long video showcasing stuff. You know, Star Citizen recently had that. Starfield did that a lot. Cyberpunk did that. City Skylines did that. What is it? Dying Light 2 did that as well. When that hype gets boosted up, it always kind of seems like it hurts the game a little bit because so many people get into it and whatnot. There's always a lot more, I don't know, with the hype comes expectation. Not just getting more people to know about the game, but people really being excited to play the perfect game. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting on the hype train and getting excited for a game. Like, I'm excited for Death Stranding 2. I don't know what that game's going to be. Even when I see footage of it, I want to play Death Stranding 2. I think it's going to be a good game. Will Death Stranding 2 be better than the first one? Is it going to be boring and bland? I don't know, but I'm still hyped to play it. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 had, like, no hype. Exactly. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody really, you know, it was like, oh, dude, you going to play, you know, dude, Baldur's Gate 3, have you heard of it? Are you going to play it? It's like, yeah, you know. It was just, Baldur's Gate was just a regular old release with probably some marketing behind it and some trailers, but nothing like what City Skylines had. So a game coming out and having an unquestionable review from fans that are just like, this game, dude. Like, and then everybody giving it a try. Word of mouth after a release is something that doesn't really happen anymore. It's really more the hype at the time, and then everybody plays it, gobbles it up. It's like when ants, you know, like when ants find an apple, you see those time-lapse videos. A couple of ants go in, like, you know, content creators and a few reviewers get in there first. And if it's good, everybody, you know, comes in, and then there's nothing left but like a little stem, and then everyone leaves until there's a DLC, an update, or new content or something like that. And that's usually how it works now. It's just the floodgates open, everybody plays, and then it's on the next one. So, and that's kind of what happened here in City Skylines too. Yeah, that marketing thing is, you got to know, like, that when you see on this channel me watching marketing stuff, including this, you know, they're trying to get everybody excited to take a look at the product, but I think it has the opposite effect of everybody being like, oh, this marketing is so good that there possibly couldn't be anything wrong with it. There's no possible way that this company who's making this product, who wants you to buy this product, who hired another company to market their product, could have a bad product. There's no way. But that's what marketing is for. Like, it's supposed to not, it's not about quality, it's about quantity. And quantity is a quality of its own. Henry Ford, 1997.
Amount of the negativity that there is.
Empty.
On release, we didn't
Not a
have
single damn person in the bleachers. Not a person on the field or the track. Nothing. Nowhere.
on release, we didn't have the best version of the game ready, in the sense that we still have, to this day, we still have performance stuff that we need to work on, and you know, bugs and stuff like that. Like the import export.
This game, by the way, has like what, 5 city policies? That's it. Like in the whole game, there's like 5 things you can do for policies, like gated community, taxi fares, what, recycling and power, conservation, and then that's it. That's it. That's all they have for policies, by the way. Huge disappointment there. Like, my God. They couldn't put in like a free book program to boost education. They couldn't put in like free bus rides or whatever. I'm sure you could always set the bus policies to 0, but you'd think that if you did that, there'd be a marketing campaign with that to get people to take the buses in your city or something like that. Like, not only would it be an expense because you wouldn't earn money, you know, the loss of the funds of the bus fares, but also you'd be advertising to everybody, hey, come on down, like ride the bus, you know. But no policies.
With the cargo,
no toll
stuff
booths.
Was like, people are saying like, the economy is fake, and it's like, oh, the economy is not fake. There's some bug that it's not working because it was working before. But yeah, of course you can't go and say that to the people directly, like, no, you guys are totally wrong. It works. There's just a bug, but it works. Regardless of that, it was still exciting to see it go live.
He's right.
I mean,
I think it did work. It just didn't. None of the data was showing what was actually working. Like, I'd have cities that I set up, and it'd be like, well, this seems profitable, but I'm negative $5 million a day. How am I making money? So he's right. Like, things were working. It was the calculation that was wrong, or something to do with that. I have no idea.
Like a tiny little baby that is seeing the light of day for the first time, even if the baby is ugly as then, you know, you still want to see it like pop out and then, you know, hit the ground running or face first. I don't know. But, you know, it's our baby, and it's kind of stumbled on release and maybe scraped its knee a little bit. But with crutches, it'll learn to walk and eventually run without them. And maybe compete in the 100-meter hurdles or something like that.
Well, I don't know about that because there's no animation to see them on the damn track, Henry. So I don't know about that.
We have been extremely motivated to get the fixes to the players as fast as possible. We had weekly patches.
Yeah, so a dev basically said that their game is ugly AF in terms of its performance and what they had in mind for the end game, and said they're going to get it some crutches and then hopes that it runs a 100-meter dash.
Fixing various issues, and we are now just continuing the work.
Because we want to see the best version of City Skylines 2. And currently it's not there yet, but we worked hard on the first game, and you know, after release we spent years bringing it to the best possible version that we could with the tech that we have for that game. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't also do the same for this, because we've already poured so much ourselves into this game. It would be lunacy to not see the actual version, the vision of the game that we had in mind.
Can't even imagine what it's going to look like in its final state. Like, we haven't even opened the floodgates to mods yet, and I am excited and scared.
Mods are going to be a disaster in how they manage that. Hey, everybody on Steam, F you. Come over.
You know, in a
come
couple
over
months
to our website and log into our website to download mods that were perfectly operational on Steam. Hey, inconvenience yourself and sign up. Bad move.
We'll be happily playing the game, and you know, we have forgotten. You know, we'll look through it with rose-tinted glasses. You remember the release? Didn't go great, but you know, now it's fantastic.
We'll see, Maddie. We'll see.
So what we will be focusing on is further performance improvements. Definitely keeping an eye on that and making sure that people get to build big cities and have the game running smoothly with that. We are checking very carefully the bug reports we're getting from the community and acting upon those accordingly. And one of the biggest and most important thing that we will be working on or continue working on and will be working on early next year is the modding support. That is near and dear to our hearts, and we want to get the support out there for the modders. But before we get to it, we need to take a little bit of a breather. So happy holidays to everybody.
All right, fair enough. So they're going on holiday. Okay. Hey, we're gonna work on this stuff, but next year, bye. Okay. All right, fair. You can't have employees staying in forever. All right, I'm glad I was in the video. I was right at the start, guys. My claim to fame, right next to XQC.
Pressure from the fans.
Yeah, there's the trailer.
Oh, no effing way. Oh, it's City Skylines 2. Woo, let's go.
That's me. I'm in this video. I marketed it, guys. I'm part of the problem. All right, let's play some City Skylines 2 and see how things have changed. I really don't know anything about the patch notes. There are a few videos on Steam / the developer's YouTube channel that has more on what to do. And actually, you know, honestly, despite all this, one big props to the devs, though, for making a bunch of like hold on, I gotta agree to 19 EULAs. Yeah, for making tutorial videos and trying to be helpful to new players and or players who are wondering what the differences are between the two. It seems like every week they put out a how to build interchanges, how to build stacked interchanges, how to manage education, that kind of thing, how to build a cool looking school or park area or something like that. So, all right, here we go. Paradox Interactive presents a Colossal Order thingy, City Skylines 2. Now, first and foremost, the music is not great, so I'm going to turn that off. Dude, how many agreements do I need to sign? All right, we're going to turn that off, turn radio off. I can't stand the music in this game. They got to add, like, dude, put in 5 more hours of songs, please. Okay, so just so everybody knows, we're starting a new city because my previous cities are on my other machine and I did not upload them to the cloud, which is fine. What the hell is this? Is this a new map? Oh, did they give us a new map? I don't remember this. Sunshine Peninsula? Ooh. Oh, and this is new too. Coral Riches. Oh, they put in some new maps. All right, that's cool. All right. Yeah, 2 new maps. If you guys know anything else that's new, like give me a shout out and tell me what else might be new. Coral Riches and Sunshine Peninsula. That looks cool as hell. Hold on. Before we decide to make a city, let's just jump in real quick and take a look at the new maps. I didn't know that. When did they put these in? That's cool. Devs, keep doing that. No tutorials, please. Thank you. Are you sure you want to disable? Yes, please. All right. Lots of flat land up here. Ooh, wow, it's running. Now I'm running on a 4090 with like the latest hardware from 2023, so keep that in mind. Oof, that looks a little janky. That's okay. You're not going to be playing a city builder like this. When you're playing, you're zoomed in, so that's okay. What are our settings on? Whatever the developers just set this as, this is what we're going with. I'm sure I can modify these some more, but whatever. We'll just leave it as it is. Fecal Power Dam. Yeah, Fecal Power Dam is this game, I think. Whoa, look at the shipping lanes. What the hell? Wow, your city could actually control, like, a lock system here. Look at the amount of boat traffic. Damn. What's the map border on this one? So the border ends just up here. Certainly a massive archipelago. I like it, but it's not for me. It's neat, but it's not for me. Any beautiful bridges or anything? No. This is pretty simple, actually. Another good one for a beginner player, for sure. Now let's take a look at the other one. So we're taking a look at all the new things since the last time we played, I think in mid-November. So it's been about a month. So the 2 new maps are a welcome sight. That's cool. Let's take a look at Coral Riches. That previous map was based on European... I think European landscape. This one will be more North American, but of course you can always change. Wow, that load time was fast, damn. The Big O Lake. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate the Big O Lake. So we have ourselves like a Big O River, to kind of like a lake, and then outlet to the sea, and then a nice lake here. This one's and very flat, by the way. Huge lake. And yeah, it looks like there's like no elevation in this map at all. This is like the Netherlands or something. And what is this? Oh, just a road from a highway. Okay, well, there's that. Greg, thank you very much for the 10 months as a Bear Cub. Greatly appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Well, we could play on one of the new maps. Should we do that? I think we should. And I would like to actually jump back for a quick second and see the info on these maps real quick. The map that we were just on is called Coral Riches. This is a North American 3 to 34 degrees Celsius. Ooh, that's kind of spicy. Latitude, Northern Hemisphere, buildable area, 76%. Feels a lot more than that. Lots of wood, lots of oil. Sunshine Peninsula is 60% buildable in the Northern Hemisphere as well. 11 to 27. So these are warmer climates. I want colder climates. I really want cold. I really want, you know, Lakeland is like negative 15 C. I want Coral Riches to be the same. I want to see snow, baby. Mountain Village. I think these two really feel like Swiss maps. I feel like Waterway Pass and Mountain Village are perfect for like Austria, parts of Germany, Switzerland, that kind of thing. Windy Fjords, feels like definitely Norway, maybe parts of Sweden. And we previously, I think we built before on both Twin Mountain and Windy Fjords. No, Sweeping Plains, I think it was. Okay, well, I think we'll definitely have to play on one of the. I think we'll have to play on one of these maps, one of the new ones. Waterway Pass has snow for the winter. Waterway Pass. Yeah, negative 5 to 36, yep. Mountain Village is negative 12, though. And Lakeland is negative 15. Those are some of the coldest maps. I do like building in those mountains, though, brother. Even though I want to play on one of the new maps, we're going to Mountain Village. Let's go to Mountain Village. No water, though. No water. Well, no ferry connection. No ports. Which is kind of, but, you know, it's all good. The Waterway Pass has a boat connection, though. Wow. Coral Riches has like 48,000 tons of oil. 55,000 for Sunshine Peninsula. If you're going to build an oil town, that's where you're going to build it. 55,000 at that one. That is by far the largest oil deposits in the game. Wow. You can make a ferry connection yourself? Oh, okay. Well, let's go to Mountain Village. Although that would be quite strange to see an Alps river get a ferry connection. But let's go. All right, European it is. Let's go ahead and call this one tutorials off. We need a good name. We could name it later. We'll name it, what's a pretty name? Test towel? I don't know. We'll rename it later. Whatever. Okay, well, welcome. Okay, so there's been major updates since we last played. Obviously with new maps and some new performance fixes and things like that. And the video that we just saw, which kind of explains that they're aware of a lot of things and are working on them. And a few things that they delivered on. There we go. Is that a train? Oh, baby. That is nice. Okay, let's get started. Cute little roundabout. That's cute. I'm not feeling this. It's coming to me. I'm trying to. Trying to think of a new way. I think we should go with like a beautiful little. Well, we can build under there. Okay. This is, yeah, that's the double point. Raptor, someone threw a giant bottle of omega-3 pills at me. I suffered some super fish oil injuries. You know, Chris, of all the people closest to being banned on this channel, you're not one of them. Thanks for always bringing the vibes, bro. All right, I'm going to try to not terraform as much as I can around here. Dad joke, yeah. I'm trying to think of what I want to build here. I will say, though, despite the game's issues, it is very, very satisfying to just, it's a very good de-stressor. Like, I'm not feeling, oh, never mind, here comes the stress, because we still can't build on the damn water. What are these devs doing? Bro, this is above the water. Henry? Someone get Henry on the phone. ID. Hello. Okay, I gotta remember all the controls. It's been a little while. So I guess we're playing in a landlocked countries. So what are we talking about here? Like Austria, Switzerland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Poland? No, Poland has access to the sea, doesn't it? I guess most of it. Yeah, Liechtenstein, yeah. Yeah, we gotta make this city good. Trying to build this high enough. There we go. But what do I want here? Do I want it to look like that? Yeah, that's good. That's nice. As long as they give me that. Give me that. I can't believe they don't let you build like that. Raptor, what do cars spread on their toast? Traffic jam? It's gonna be one of those days. All right. There's a mod for the keys. No, there shouldn't be mods. This game is asking for $60. It should just work. There's certain things where I don't think a mod should be necessary. There should just be some feedback and then just tighten it up. Just trying to get the perfect start here, you know. I know we're being a little picky about it, but, you know, it matters. Beautiful. All right. This will be an interesting start. I want to do a cool little roundabout thing here. Yeah. I don't know why I like building those. They just look cool. Oh, that's kind of elevated. Oh. That's annoying. Instead, contours turned off. Derp. Ah, that actually looks quite nice. Actually. I said I wasn't going to do much terraforming, but I don't even think we need to. This is pretty damn flat. Don't want to build too much into the trees. Oh, that's looking good. Looking good. Bad. Bad. I don't like terraforming. Not today, anyway. Trying to refrain. It's not going to be nice to me, is it? Yeah, there we go. You know what's going to be really interesting is when GTA 6 comes out, or once we learn of the GTA 6 map, it'll be really cool to see people recreating that game in City Skylines 2 and in City Skylines 1, where people will not only recreate the map, you know, for people to download and just build on, but also, of course, there'll be people who will make a one-to-one recreation of that map. Happy belated 18th birthday. Yes, the channel is 18 years old now. 2005, dude. 2005, I made the account. I didn't do anything with it until years later, but here we are. Here we are. Can you imagine? Of all the places we could be, here we are. Nope. Nope. I'm not liking a lot of this. What the hell? Okay, we'll bring it closer. Oh, that's why. That's why I'm not liking it. I think we'll go up a bit. No, no. Oh, no, there's going to be a giant bump there. Alright, let's smooge a little bit. That might fix it. So I'm glad that one of the first things we did in here was to do like building on the water and stuff, and it's still not great. There needs to be a lot of improvements here. This shouldn't be something mods have to fix. This is like a day one. You know, players are going to build on the water with all the, you know, with all the features in the game. Everybody wants to build on the water. So like, what the hell? Oh well. Nope. Back that up a little bit. That's better. We're going to fill a lot of this space quickly. Also, I'm trying to avoid going into the trees a little bit. We'll have roads through there, but not everything's going to be built on that side. What's up, Noah? Welcome aboard, dude. Good to see you. Okay, so that's a cool little city there. Yeah, the road building in this game is much more satisfying and exciting from the first game. Already baked in, so it'll be interesting to see where mods go from here. Gonna build something here, I think. Try to do a little grid here. We'll, of course, need to build some clinics or something over on this side. And those buildings are big old rectangles. We'll have to unlock that, though. What are we going to go with for power? Do we got a lot of wind here? Ooh, production is low on that. We could import. Do we have import? We do. Okay, so we can import. Oh, we got immediate rail connection. Let's go. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, you can't believe Christmas is almost here. I know. It's, what are we, less than a week now? Next Monday? I know. That's crazy. Let's do... beautiful suburbs. Yeah, the 24th, a lot of European nations will celebrate. Alright, that's looking nice, right? I feel like we could do a few more roundabouts here and there. I don't know what that's going to be at some point. I'd like to keep that as a crazy intersection. Gotta have a crazy intersection. Oh, also, chat, we need to find our castle, right? Every map has like a hidden castle on it, right? We gotta find the old hidden European castle and pop that into town, too. We need an old Swiss, Austrian castle somewhere. There's gotta be one, right? Does anyone know where the castle is on this map? Gotta be around here somewhere. I always find it, though. There's always a castle incorporated into our cities. Where could it be? Could be anywhere. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out. Hey, She-Fox, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, well, we'll keep an eye out for it. There's always usually a few ruins. There we go. We found it. There it is. I found it. There's always a castle ruins in this game. Maybe we'll put it on that island, but I feel like I want to put it down here somewhere. We got to incorporate the old castle into like the local city. It's good for the economy, you know? Man, I can't believe I always find it. Every time. Every time we play, I always find it. We'll leave it there for now, and then we'll elevate it and put it up there. It'll look cool. We'll kind of keep it as a historical district. What do cows tell each other at bedtime? Dairy tales? Wow. Feeling good? I think so. Oh, well, that looks nice-ish. All you want for Christmas is a good new game. There's plenty of early access games that are still good. That are not necessarily out. City Skylines II, I guess, being one of them. This is just an early access tech demo. Remember, the tech is the problem. You're working at Timmy's for your 4th year? Timmy's, bud. Hey, what's up, Azur? Good to see you. Gotta do a few straightaways. And we'll try to leave some more spaces there. I'm going to probably fill these gaps with trees and then maybe parks and things like that. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, some of the road things in this game are just unmatched. They're very good. Alright, so we need to build a big oak castle. We probably should build that down by the water. Maybe they're in the trees? Nah, it's got to be up on a hill where they can have parties. Party. Actually, that is kind of elevated there. That's the highest elevation there, though. How do we go up? I do like the elevation tool in this game and how they allow us to basically terraform for free. I think that's really cool. Because honestly, if you had to pay for it, if there was some sort of limitation or restriction to terraforming, both monetary or like the amount of terraformation you could do, that would be bad. Something like this should be good. All right, then let's fix that all up a little bit. Cool. All right, cool. That's a nice little starting area. Very nice. Okay, let's plop in some more plop plop. Good luck building NYC. Oh, I'm sure at this point people have probably almost damn near completed like one-to-one recreations of like all major metropolitan areas. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was like, oh yeah, there's a one-to-one recreation of like Lower Manhattan or something. It's like, oh, okay. Although maybe the mods aren't there yet for all the building types. Somebody must have come close. Mr. Thee says, thank you very much for your Raptor Egg membership. And Azur, thanks again for the 9 months. Greg, thank you very much for the 10 months. Appreciate your guys' member milestones. Exclamation point, join us. Exclamation point, gift. Thank you, chat, for all the gift bombs and such, too. If you were a gift bomber in the chat, thank you very much. On behalf of everybody, it's really cool that you guys do that. I think it's very nice. Apollo, 37 big-o months, dude. And now the silver-backed blue eye, yeah. This looks kind of nice. I kind of almost kind of like this. Is that kind of curved or straight through? We'll build that like that. And we're going to try to avoid building in the tree areas. Like, we want to maintain the purdy, you know? And then we'll import power. So let's build a substation. I guess we can build an industrial area up here. Somewhere. We got to do industrial somewhere. Need to make such a long, straight road, but it makes sense for a train to be, especially if it's high-speed rail. That's good. Yeah, now the cars can race the train. That's damn right, brother. Have a road go, you know. Nice. And straight through. How much do pirates charge for corn? $1 a year. Yeah. That reminds me of when we played Skull and Bones. I want to play more of that game. I couldn't tell whether I liked that game or not. I didn't know yet. I couldn't tell yet. Soon, maybe. Okay, we need like a little industrial area. Maybe we should make this a little bit more 90 degree. Okay. Nice. Yeah, you know we're gonna have to have a big o gross industrial area. Them's the rules. I mean, you know, that works. Alright, let's get a substation in. That's where I get all my subscribers from. This also makes me want to play a bit more of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. If you want something more complicated than this game, that game goes like well beyond with like sort of urban planning and a lot more rules for pedestrians and things like that. That game is crazy. And I think it's coming out next year, so they've released a new campaign mode for that one, and I want to play more of that. I thought that campaign mode was quite neat. And I think we'll play it again this week. It was that good. Okay, so now we got power connected. Now we need what, water? So we could do a water tower. Over here, I guess. And then... oh yeah, we need sewage output. Great. Oh, it's going down that way. Yeah, Workers and Resources Soviet Republic is going to be... We're gonna play that more on the channel. What? Why would it extend the land? Oh, okay. That's fine. Try to build that down here. Okay, so then, like... Okay, we got power, we got water, we got sewage output. Now we need housing, I guess? I guess we'll do like that. We'll leave commercial here. Maybe we should switch those around. Let commercial be near the louder road there. And then I want to extendo on these, so we should be able to build pathways to block this. We need a lot of residential homes. And as you guys know, suburbia never really comes to an end in these games. And this one, suburbia is like endless. Maybe they've scaled that back, I have no idea. Build some commercial there, and then on to the industrial. I don't know what I'll do there. Okay, let her rip, brother. Phew. Let's go. Let's watch it grow. Add a little water. Whoop. And there she goes. So we're importing power. That's about it. We're exporting trash, but we got to for a while. It begins, chat. It begins. We'll wait until those buildings are built. All right, I'm going to try to fix some of these roads now. Oh, wait, we have to have a roads department to build stop signs and like, remove crosswalks and stuff. Cynthia, thank you very much for 13 months as a bear cub. Happy 18 years. Yes, yes. Thank you very much for watching. Channel's been around since 2005. The channel 2 years ago could start driving. Now it can I can vote, and well, it'll only vote for me. So, you know, there's that. But it can go to the casino and play some fruit slots, brother. Get a home loan? Maybe, I don't know. 4 months, new eye, Raptoria forever. That's true, Alloy. You're at 32. 36 is the silverback, and then I forget what the other one is. I forget YouTube's thing. All their membership tiers. Maybe we'll change up the member eyes a little bit next year and just make them look. We'll keep the colors the same, but maybe we'll make them look a little different. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. The people who make, I just got an email. There's a new, the people who made Green Hell are making a new game called Crimea, or something. But they've changed the name now. Now it's called Star Rupture. I just got an email on that. I was like, oh, this is a new survival game. And I know you guys have been asking me to continuously play. I know you guys want me to play Once Human. There's already a live stream of it on the channel, and unfortunately, I can't get the game to work now. I've downloaded launchers. I've messaged the devs. I've been in their Discord. I've gotten like instructions from them on what to do, and even that won't work. So I don't know. I will play more of that as soon as I can, but really bummed because after the first time I played it, I was like, yeah, it was all right. And then after a while, I was kind of getting that itch where it's like, I want to play it again. I want to play it. So, but yeah, Once Human kind of reminded me of just a sprinkling of Green Hell, but much more Death Stranding and much more Death Stranding with Rust and a couple other things in there. It was it's a weird game, and I like it because of that. I think you guys like weird things too. That's why you sub to the channel, and that's why you watch me, and never miss an opportunity to hit the like button. You would never do that. Yes. Wow, look at all these houses being built, dude. Okay, we'll leave that as kind of a downtown area. Oh, what about farming? I didn't even we don't have those overlays yet, do we? I feel like you should be able to, once you jump in, be able to look at all the natural resources. I want to be able to just, I don't know, I hate how building over stuff. You want me to play Lego Fortnite again? I mean, I did, but, well, the poll numbers are, you know, it's YouTube, so it all comes down in the end to likes and views and stuff like that. And if people don't like something, then, look, you guys know there's so many other things to cover. Updates, DLCs, patches, major updates, news, you know. So, you know, we could always take a first look at something. I mean, I've been wanting to play City Skylines, and because I was in the video that we just watched at the start of the stream, that was reason enough for me to, like, watch it and be like, okay, first of all, what are they saying about me? And second of all, like, what did the devs plan have? What's the devs plan for the next year? And their plan was basically, hey, the tech was bad, we're working on it, but we out. It's end of the year, so I don't know, deal with the peace. Was basically it. Not necessarily. I mean, they certainly care. And I want them to score a big dub. But I don't want this to be like No Man's Sky, where it was like, I don't know, when No Man's Sky launched, it was like, the hell, even now I still think, like, what the hell is No Man's Sky? Like, I'm still trying to think of what that game is trying to be. Hey! Milestone 1, good. And the Pop Musician Mansion. But No Man's Sky is good. Like, it's not, I don't know, some games don't really have to have a definition to be good. Like, I still think of that about Tropico. I'm like, what the hell is this game? How did they make 6 Tropicos? You know they're going to be working on Train. You know they're going to be working on Tropico 7 soon. And even then I'll be like, the hell is Tropico 7? But, you know, now we're getting that, what is it again? Light No Fires. So it's like, okay, now what are you going to do? Like, No Man's Sky was like, well, you have my interest, but, like, now you've got my full attention for this. As in, like, what are you... Sean, come out of the bathroom and stop crying. What are you planning for Light No Fires? Get out here, Sean. Talk to me. Stop crying. But I like those moments, though, where it's like, you know, when I played Death Stranding, everyone was like, game bad, walking sim, game bad. And it's like, no, dude, there's more to it. And then people, you know, throughout 2020 and 2021 started playing it a lot more. And it was like, people realized it was quite good. Not because it was a Kojima game, but it was just, I don't know. The whole walking around and planning routes and building stuff was a lot of fun. And that's something I didn't expect in a game like that. So I want more games to just be like, what is this? Oh, this is cool. You know. Brings me back in the old days, chat. Remember when you'd go to like Best Buy or Target or whatever, and you'd look at the back of there was like 3 photos of what the game was. Maybe there'd be that like front of the box like flap that would open up and it would tell you a bunch of stuff. That was all you had to determine whether or not a game was good. And then you'd play it and you'd be like, oh, this is good. What is this? Diablo? What is Diablo? The taco sauce from Taco Bell? That's such a dumb name. Who would ever like, wow, this game's good? Or a lot of things were just word of mouth. Some friend's nerdy dad would get Diablo. You guys would play it for 45 minutes. Does it have a flap? Yes, it's good. Yeah, games with flaps. Those smaller boxes that were about the size of a book versus those ones that... It was an interesting time. Like, PC games used to come in a box that was like the size of a cereal box. Then they bopped it down to like an actual book. Like a hefty novel. And kind of a cool change. Wow, we're getting a lot of residential demand. No surprise. People want to live in Hestow. Logging, brother. Already, we doing some logging. I want to start farming ASAP. Can we do that now that we've unlocked the like tier 1? What tier can we farm? 3. Gotta be tier 3. I have a feeling there's like fertile farmland like right where I'm building. I have no idea. Alright, I guess we'll build some more residential homes here. Oh, good row houses. Let's do that. That's a bra. Och. Hey. Good. You're old enough for games on floppy? Yeah. Yeah, I can remember a weird transitional period where like Windows 98 and Windows 95 both came with a CD and floppy based on kind of what everybody had. So it was like, wow. Wow. And then, of course, we all remember the good old Flash games. Oops. Flash games were something else. I miss just playing the online free Flash games and just being like... Those were... A lot of those Flash games were basically just like Flappy Bird and like Angry Birds. A lot of those Flash games were just like really repetitive, simple stuff, but that's what made them so fun. Transport Tycoon, aka OpenTTD. When Uthris is back around, I want to play OpenTTD with Elmox and Uthris and Lumberjack, and I really want to... really just build some really fun railroads. That game is so cool. OpenTTD, free, everyone can play. I'd love for you guys to come along and play too, because, you know, the game can literally run on like a stick, like a paper clip and some gum. Like, that's all you need to run it. Dwarf Fortress? I haven't played Dwarf Fortress yet, no. Yeah, House Flipper 2 was fun. We'll be playing more of that this week. House Flipper 2 was just like, it was, I don't know. It's really, really good. It's just repetitively fun. Cleaning stuff, organizing, putting stuff away. Yeah, House Flipper was good, but 2 is just like, I mean, it's like all the stuff you love of like the game Unpacking and Power Wash Sim. Very good stuff. If you guys are wondering what we're doing next on the channel, again, remember ! schedule. Check that to see what we're doing for the remainder of the year. Otherwise, just check the channel because we play about 3 different games a day on stream, and then usually a video as well. So typically there's 4 different games per day. So if you name it, I probably played it over the last, couple weeks. New releases, demos, betas, you know, updates, DLCs. I love playing it all. It's really nice to just be in the center of what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, let me rephrase that. Yeah, chat. If there's a bear in it, yeah, I've played it. Well, except for Baldur's Gate 3. At this point, Baldur's Gate is going to probably end up being like Red Dead Redemption with me, where there's a few big games that have come out over the last couple of years, and I haven't played them, and I should. And I really hope, chat, I'm so hopeful that they re-release like Ghost of Tsushima on PC so I can play that again. Because one thing I did play was, what was it? Days Gone. We played Days Gone on the channel. And I was like, so happy to play that all over again. Alright, we need death care. No, I've never played Red Dead Redemption. I haven't even touched it. I own it. I think I bought it 2 years ago on a Steam winter sale, and I was like, I'll play that eventually. And then chat kept asking, like, you should play it. Have you played it? And I was like, all right, if we get to a certain number of members, I'll play it. And then we did. So that's locked in as I'm going to play that, as well as Kingdom Come Deliverance. So we'll be doing that to celebrate the new PC upgrade. It's all coming soon, but don't worry. We'll make it a big event. We'll hype it up for like a couple weeks because it's going to be quite exciting. I see a lot of people actually playing Red Dead for the first time. But I've been meaning to do it since like July. Whenever we played Bear and Breakfast, that was another one that chat unlocked with all the crazy gift bombs and stuff that were coming in. I wanted to give back. And especially with GTA 6 coming out, I should play through Red Dead Redemption 2 before that comes out. And then also, maybe we'll play Grand Theft Auto 5 campaign on the channel, because I've played it, but not on the channel before. You know, like that was kind of before I was really playing like so much on the channel. Oh yeah, we'll play Red Dead for sure. Oh man. We need a buffer zone between industrial, and we need an extension of the city. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, Robots. Don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll leave that. I'm trying to maximize space, but that is a monument, so we'll leave a little bit of room. It's a non-official monument. This castle doesn't really give you any... There's no bonus or anything for that. It's just kind of a cool thing that I like to do. It's my signature move. If you ever see anybody in City Skylines move that castle, that's copyright, and only I can do that. Like legally, I have an agreement with Colossal Order. That's mine. Alright, we're going to build a cemetery. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the WoWa YouTubers use this thing called a silence cutter, which basically just anytime that they're not talking, it just edits out. So if they take a breath, it edits out any of those things and probably pops in that Mr. Beast text. So there has to be, you know, there has to be text on the screen in order to increase that watch time even by a second for like a YouTube short or something. It's just the whole reason why things happen is just it's gross. But it's a big whoa-wah tactic to just that way you're always constantly talking. There's never a moment where that you don't want the viewer to think or actually think about another video or all the other content or competition that's on YouTube. You don't want them thinking about it. You want them to watch your 14-second video in its entirety to get 100% view on the actual content. Oh, see, it had to cut that out. I took a breath. Got to cut that out. I'm going to need to install that. I mean, pretty soon we're just going to get to the point where everything's like Eminem Rap God. And then everything's going to be ×2 speed, and then everything's just going to be VTuber ×2 speed. And then you'll watch a video, 14 ads will play, and then after the video you won't know what ads you saw, nor will you know what the video is. It's just consume. Don't enjoy, just consume. We're talking about McDonald's tactics here. All right, I think I want to build our cemetery over here. This is kind of nice right here.
Only you had a motive for murder.
Yay. And then we can build that little temple off of the side, right? One thing I wish they would change with this game, too, is the, like, changing how things have to be attached. Certain things. I wish they would change that. I know it depends on the building, but I mean, come on. Little church there, or whatever. Alright, that'll help the happiness. What's up, Diego? Alright, let's keep going. I guess I could have left it on pause. I guess I'm used to the other city builders we've been playing recently where time matters. I know, whenever I build cemeteries, chat, people are just dying to get in. Whether it's Farthest Frontier, Banished, City Skylines. Alright, what else should we build? How are we doing profit-wise? I know I'm blocking the money. Let me scoot up here so y'all can see the cash, although it's not too important to start. Usually at the beginning of the game, you're in the negative because no one lives in your city. Look, we only got 234 people in the town. Crazy. You consider me to be the best YouTuber? Oh, thanks. I'm something, all right. I mean, I don't know. I think of all the things, though, I have longevity. Like I'm gonna be here a long time. A lot of people have that. You know, the big explosion, the rise and fall. A lot of those Minecraft YouTubers are like that at Roblox. Some are here to stay forever, but eventually people gotta switch what they do, which is fine. You know, I really don't think a channel should do one thing forever. I don't think that's fun for them or for their viewers. You gotta, because you know, even if you play Roblox, eventually you gotta branch out and play Fortnite. Those are your two options: Fortnite and Roblox. That's it. Yeah, I mean, you know, again, we make fun of Fortnite, but I recently played it because of Lego Fortnite, and it was actually, like, cool as hell. Like, I couldn't believe how cool Lego Fortnite was. Like, I want to keep playing more of it. Alex wants me to play more of it with him, but I had to move on to a few other things, too. Like, we might be playing more of Traveler's Rest today, which is like that medieval tavern simulator, but I think secretly Alex just wants to play more of Lego Fortnite. Also, Alex will be going on vacation with family on the 21st. So we're going to try to get in all the gaming time with Alex as we can before before he leaves us, chat, abandons us. You're watching on your phone with 1 bar signal? What, do you have an internet outage in town? Crazy. Yeah, Lego Fortnite's cool. If you got kids, you got a young family, that is just perfect. It's so... I mean, Lego's Lego, right? It's perfect for the whole family, but the fact that it was free and whatnot is good. Just don't buy those skins. It's a trap. Kids don't need that. Yeah, I don't know. That looks alright, I guess. Brook Lane. Ew, actually, that looks bad. Alright, we'll smooth that out a little bit more as the town grows. Yeah, I'm really excited to play Red Dead as well, yeah. And I don't really know anything about the game at all, so... You guys will just have to keep things a secret, so... When you know something big's about to happen, you just be like, oh my god, this is the part I want to see how he reacts to it, you know? That's going to be a long playthrough. Chad, how long would it take to just, like, get through the main story of Red Dead? Like, are we talking 80 hour, 100 hour, 200 hour? I would love to work on it over the next year when we get ready for GTA 6. We have a whole year to get through it. Around 100 hours? Oh, that's pretty good. Bum, 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 bum. Yay, the town looks nice. 100 hours for the whole to do 100%? Really? That's a lot shorter than I was expecting. But that's not bad. Games, I think, don't need to be drawn out like that. Like, I'd probably say the same about Ghost of Tsushima, too, where it's like, that's probably around the same amount of time. And at a certain point, it's like, you know, it's time to wrap it up, and if you really want to, then start doing a new game plus. Which a lot of those games have. The town is growing. Thank you for the call to arms videos. It's helpful. What major happened to this? They fixed it. Well, thanks for watching Call to Arms. I like playing that game a lot. The developers the other day for City Skylines put out a major video talking about how they're working on all the issues and about the launch. And they were being really transparent about it, like them knowing that there were some issues, but you know, they tiptoed around certain things. But overall, it was nice to see them responding to not criticism, but just like actual issues. I wouldn't even say that's criticism. It's more like, hey, this is a problem, and then being like, okay, yeah, we're gonna work to fix that. I don't know. That's not. People were being critical of the game for certain aspects, and the devs were like, yep, we're gonna work on that. I don't know. It was just cool. But I hope that brings more trust and accountability for future moves from the devs. And I don't want endless DLCs. Because of this, I feel like we should get a lot of cool free stuff. Which, we got 2 new maps, which is a new thing to the game. We took a look at those, but I wasn't really feeling them. However, one of the maps did have like 55,000 tons of oil. To which I think the other closest map was like somewhere like around 12 or 14. So if you want to do a big O industrial map, brother, you can 110% build a big O industrial map. Okay, we're trying to get to tier 2. Where's our goal here? Oh, right, we can buy stuff. Let's buy the advanced road services. And I want to build the... does that require us to build the building? Yeah, road maintenance, okay. But now we can do this, crosswalks and things. So let's change those a little bit. And this allows us to do wide sidewalks, no sidewalks, lighting. Oh, and I love that you can put the wide sidewalks on one side or the other. Okay, and let's put down our roadworks department. Probably near the industrial. That's a good spot, but it's got nodes. Oh, that's perfect. Very nice. I heard there's issues and that shouldn't even play this yet. At least I was thinking to wait a bit. I mean, I think you can play this whenever you want. I think this game will get better and the developers will stick true to it. So you can play it now and know that it's not its best and keep playing it as it improves, or just wait for it to improve. I think both options are fine. But as always, just remember that you have your, you have your 2-hour return policy on Steam, where you can, after you play a game for 2 hours, you can always return it. If it's not for you yet, return it, and then get it again a little bit later. I wish there was just a way to make no parking without modifying the sidewalk. I wish there was a way to do that. Bum, 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 bum. Do you need a good PC to play this game? You certainly should have a very powerful machine to play City Builders. They do take up a lot of... Any sort of building game, whether it be Transport Fever or City Skylines, anything like that, you certainly want to have a good PC. It'll just improve your performance. I mean, you could still play, but at a certain point you kind of do hit a wall. And, yeah. I think, oh, is that? I don't know, that kind of looks a little too much for that area. Maybe a covered one? Yeah, that looks nicer. Let's go with that. No, the in-game music, I don't like the in-game music for City Skylines 2. After after streaming this for like 10 hours, I was like, I'm never listening to that music again. They need to change the music a bit, in my opinion. Or rather, add more music. More radio stations, but don't charge for them. Just add more music for free. I think we're actually at a good point in this game, though, where it's like, because the launch was a little rough, the devs are probably going to have to do a lot more things as a kind of as an appeasement of the criticism for launch. Do I want to build something here? I guess we could put a park there and then have that lead over there. I'm trying to just build a bridge to go across between the two neighborhoods. We can always build tunnels, but you know, idea would idea. We'll go up to 7.5. Wow, the slope is too steep on that. Wow. Hey, milestone 2. All right, one more and then we can get to farming, which I really want to do. Farming is one of the greatest ways to make money at the start. Because with farming you can, it's not necessarily about making money, it's more about saving money. Damn, these bridges look way too high. Man, that looks... Is that the lowest we can go? Yeah, otherwise it makes that weird hump. Covered bridge all the way across would kind of look nice. Seems like it might rain here a lot. It's gonna fight me. Maybe we should get some hospitals down. Let's do that. Let's get a clinic down. I'll mess with that later. Let's build a clinic. Let's see. Maybe over here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. What's my favorite thing about this game? Well, a lot of the things that were tedious and painful in the first game have been addressed. Like some things to do with road building and traffic options are nicer. I think they could do more with that, but honestly, there is a lot. When it comes to, you know, traffic control and stuff, there's so many options for different types of interchanges and intersections and roundabouts and things like that. There's a lot. They've made a incredible progress over the first game on that, and I'd like to see more in the future. But I really like, too, how they've done nodes in the game. There's this system for nodes that allows you to, if you need more power, instead of adding on to a city by building 2, 3, 4 of the same power plant, you can just like add another generator or another nuclear reactor or something to your city. And it's kind of nice. Because then you can just take a pre-existing building and improve it rather than doubling down on it and reducing the budget, which is kind of tedious. Alright, lovely. Have people camped out on the streets. Come on now. Oh, and we do have 2 milestone points. Let's buy a parking area. That improves happiness quite a bit. Oh, wow, even that unlocks overground parking buildings. Sweet. I think we'll build the medium parking lots here. Yeah, I like the game so far, too. Like, what the lady was saying during the video, it is a fun simulation with problems. It does have issues. But I've not experienced any of the performance issues, so I think I'm lucky there, where I can imagine the frustration for somebody who wants this game, has waited and watched every single little tidbit to come out before release, and then got it on launch, and then wasn't able to play it, and that heartbreak and frustration, I can only imagine. Luckily for me, I didn't experience it and was able to play it early and tweak my settings thanks to the devs. But that experience is not necessarily on the player, but on the devs to make that playable and to work on that. All right, we got what do they got here for trees? Alder. Okay. Now let's do that multi-plot mode. There we go. And then let's do a couple of birch trees. Yeah, that'll look very nice there. And what are we in? Summer? It is June. Okay, yep. Plop. Yeah, not a bad little starter city. This is the first time I've really tried to maintain trees and stuff too, so. I guess an ultimate test for this game too is if you get this game, before you even start, download like a city of somebody having, 100,000, 200,000 population and see what will happen with your machine and your settings at that level, and then you can kind of pre-plan to, take on a city of 100,000. And if your computer runs it very smoothly, then you're good for a very long time. Yeah, the last SimCity had that feature of upgrading buildings, yeah. And that's one of the things I think they took from SimCity that really, really works. And I think should be a standard in the industry to have upgradable buildings, because buildings do that all the time, where they add on to a, if a museum has a lot of people who love coming to the museum just doesn't build another museum next door. You just add wings onto the museum. It's the same with a school or a hospital. You just add on to what exists. Eventually, you'll have to build new stuff, but I mean, it's much more cost-effective and wise to build something, expand, I'm really looking forward to unlocking Tier 3. We got to get to Tier 3 because I want to start doing farming. So I think we're going to... What I don't want to do is I'm going to try to stay in this square until we figure out where the farmland is so I can build some nice little farms. One of my favorite things to do, chat, is play Farming Simulator and play Farming Simulator on the Swiss map that lets you have like dairy cows and stuff, and just the roads and the environments to that it just speaks to me. Like, hello? Bonjour? Guten Tag? Hello? Just a vibe, that's all. Okay, we can have medium density housing. Where could we put that? I guess we could build more of the city here. Maybe we get rid of the row housing here. And do a little medium right now. Alright, folks. Sue me later. Okay, population's almost to 1,000. We're losing $2,000 an hour, but at the beginning it doesn't matter so much. If you grow fast enough, you're getting $1 million grants left and right, so $2,000 ain't nothing. Oh, I forgot I had the day-night cycle on. I will turn that off then. Also, I would like it if this game did allow you to lock in at a certain time. I would really appreciate the ability to lock the colors at, like, playing at like 5 p.m., like the golden hour, or in the morning. Even though, you'd know time was going by, you would have set that so you'd know, like, even though it looks like, you could play in your city all night. You could do all sort of nighttime building, but know that time is actually passing, that kind of thing. I want that to be a thing. Yeah, the first few milestones you get through very quickly in this game, for sure. I mean, you could just basically build like a... You could take this square and just do a huge gridiron and get through like... probably like 5 to 10 milestones. As long as you work your density. Pretty quickly. Wait, traffic is bad right there? No, that's not traffic. Traffic's not really a thing for a while. Yeah, you can stop time with the spacebar, yeah. You can pause, go up to 3 times speed. This game overall just seems a lot slower, which I think is good. Because when you make a huge neighborhood, it takes... You know how long it takes to build houses and like high-rises. It's not like days or weeks. It can be months. The game does a pretty good job of simulating time. I think we want to make a... We'll do a thing all the way down here, like a canal kind of thing. I think we should get away from gridiron and do more free stuff there. That looks nice. More commercial demand. Well, I guess we'll build that here. Little buffer zone between residential and commercial, or industrial, really. There goes our roadworks. And we should probably build some more parking for businesses. And industrial too. I do appreciate in this game too how a lot of buildings actually come with more realistic parking lots, like they're a little bigger. Like this is what, I don't know, just like a little couple restaurants. So, you know, having more than like 4 spaces in front of the building is pretty cool. And you would want to accommodate some space to have customers. There we go. And industrial demand is popping off too to keep up with that commercial. Probably keeping the industrial near the railroad's a good thing. And then when we expand, we'll probably build like a little... We'll build something for the trains. What's up, Sean? Welcome. What if there's some monuments I can put down there? Gotta be another graveyard or something around here. Some of these things are hard to spot, but they're fun to find. Like when we found the castle. That's cool. Right. Oh, you can do a roundabout even at the end of a little alleyway. Nice. Those will be filled up quickly. Build another one. Well, at least everybody can park there and walk around, I guess. Cul-de-sac option. Yeah, the roundabouts work as that, but yeah, that could be something they throw in. You know, honestly, through the development of City Skylines 1, they did put in a lot of cool roads, like the asymmetricals and the multi-lanes. And one of the things that came later in the game was like being able to adjust what trees were on which roads. So if you built a you know, a road that was near the beach with a bunch of trees, you could convert those trees to like palm trees and or bushes or something, and just customize the look of everything, which was very nice. Very choice. Very nice. There we go. More commercial. All right, we're over 1,000 population, almost to tier 3. I guarantee there's going to be like a fertile land like here, anywhere we built. Wherever I don't want it to be, that's exactly where it's going to be. I could build a... Yeah, I don't know. This is just supposed to be parking for that castle to be like a historical or heritage site. And maybe they'll have events at the castle or something, concerts, you know, summer parties, whatever. Weddings, if you want. It's like a little privately owned public place kind of thing, you know. Cash in on tolls. Yeah, I don't think it has tolls at the moment, does it? Did they update to have toll roads? I don't think so. Oh, that's right. There's pedestrian streets. I forgot all about that. This is Europe. We need to put in some pedestrian streets. Well, we'll change this to pedestrian. Perfect. Europe. Y-E-R-P. Europe. Actually, we'll make that like that. Very nice. Oh, we can finally get a school down. Oh, that was another thing that was broken too at the very beginning of the game, was you would have like 30,000 kids who wanted to go to elementary school. You had to build like 14 elementary schools, and then like 9 people would want to go to high school. I hope they fix that. We'll build an elementary school and see. It was so broken. Let's build a school. It's still broken? No way. Really? Do you still have to have like 19 elementary schools? But the funny thing is, too, is that, like, you know, if you have a population of, like, 50,000, you'll have, like, 30,000 kids who want to go to elementary school. It's like, okay, you're telling me over half this, half this city is elementary school kids? Not, like, working, able-bodied adults? Like, what? It's because the elementary school takes 8 years or something. Oh, is that it? It takes longer to go to elementary school? Like right now we have 118 for the elementary school, 50 for the high school, 50 for college, and 50 for university. So that kind of makes sense. 8 years for the high oh, okay. That's right. I remember hearing that. 8 years for the elementary school and like months for high school and college. Right. That's not, yeah, no. Nar. Where the heck am I going to put this school? You know I'm going to put it down somewhere where it's going to be... It's going to be right where the oil-rich area is. We got to put it down somewhere over here. I guess I'll put it at the end of the road. Oh, cool, and we unlocked Tier 3. And that means now we can see where the farmland is, which is exactly, yep, right where I put the school. Somehow I knew that's exactly where it would be. Okay, well, we got oil under the industrial area. I guess that's good. We got farmland under the town. That's just kind of the way it goes. But we could build some farms over here. Yeah, I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. But that's a lot of oil area. Actually, that's probably the most... Yeah, for a while, that's probably the most oil-rich area. Look at that right there. Although we don't necessarily... Just because there's oil there doesn't mean we have to mine it out. And there's not too much of it. Well, let's move the elementary school then. Put it there instead. And then we could put a playground down. Oh, that looks nice. That actually looks nice. Okay, and then big O farming, brother. So back these roads up a bit. Roads? Roads. Now, chatty chatters. Well, we're going... We don't need roads. Beautiful. Alright, so let's check for the farm. Yep, okay. And we should be able to buy some tiles. Don't really want to do much more gridiron, but it is necessary for some of these big O schools and things. It's like a police department and fire department would be good. And we'll put that near the industrial area. Right there. And let's put some Adlers down. Or Alder, whatever. It's fine by me. And then... Oh yeah, the pop musician's house. Later. Oh, we have to unlock crop farms at Tier 4. Right now we can do livestock farming pretty much anywhere. I feel like so many YouTubers don't get to actually play what they want as much as they want. Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta do with the algorithm and what viewers are interested in if you're trying to grow a channel. But you don't always have to do that. Sometimes I'll play stuff just because I want to. And sometimes it'll link up perfectly. Like, it'll be a new game that I'm very excited about. Like Manor Lords. Like, when we play Manor Lords, I'm super excited for that. The developer is super excited to release it. You're all super excited to see me play it. And super excited to play it yourself. So, it's perfect. Alright, let's build some livestock farms. Gotta bring chat those dino nugs. That looks nice. Now, of course, the more livestock farms that we have, the more money we'll make because we won't be importing as much chicken. But there's other things here too, like cows and pigs and whatever. What? There we go. How many tiles is that? 5? Yep, 6. It doesn't have to be perfect. Probably the less perfect it is, the better. Or a farm. A couple of those should be good. We'll build down here and build on what seems to be the left side for us. That's nice. And huge commercial demand now. Gotta have a place for all that fried chicken. I'll do it on the other side. And maybe we'll toss down some more regular suburban homes. Cool. When are publishers going to start charging streams to stream their games on YouTube and Twitch? I think they had a big thought about that, and they probably thought to themselves, everybody just playing their games for free is so much more impactful than them actually charging people for that. Seriously. Like if, I don't know, if the new GTA 6 came out and Rockstar wanted $50 from everybody who was going to stream it, even the people who weren't going to be interested in that, I think, would be mad, because that sets a precedent that's going to be, I don't know. Like, you would want certain people to cover things, and they might not, even if somebody could damn well afford $50 to stream, like, as a licensing fee. Well, you know, that $50 would then become $100, then $600, and you know, and then all the people who are going to play a game might actually avoid what, or they'll change what they play just based on the fact that they don't want to pay developers for the game and the rights to stream it or something like that. And those videos should be mostly for you guys to be able to see whether or not you like a game. Like, I can come into Manor Lords and be like, dude, Manor Lords is the greatest game I've ever played. And then, you know, you might not feel that way despite my reaction to it, which I feel like should always be the case. Like, if I'm excited for Dave the Diver and Dredge, which I absolutely love Dave the Diver and Dredge, if you go into it and you're like, yeah, I wouldn't really want to play this game. I guess it's fun to watch Raptor a little bit. Like, that's cool. Then you get something out of that, out of me playing it. If it's a game you want to get to, good. Then, like, you know, then you can come back to the channel for more like recommendations and stuff. But my recommendations are basically just for me, you know, like what I would recommend to myself, I guess, in a way. It's just fun to get excited. But, you know, if I'm excited about something and you're not really feeling it, good. Like, make it, then, you know, definitely, you know, don't get something just because I like it. And the other way around. Like, if I don't like something as much, but you're loving it, then go for it, you know? Every once in a while, there'll be something that I'm just not really interested in. Like character creation, for example, in, like, most games. It's like, I just make it look like me or just randomize and that's it. But some people might really care about character generation. Like, if you're going to play Baldur's Gate or like an XCOM game, like if you're trying to keep your characters alive, that might really matter to you. To me, it's just like, you know, whatever. It's like a feature that if it's there, it's +1. If it's not, you know, it's -0. Like, take it or leave it, I don't really mind. But for some people, that's everything, which makes sense for an RPG. But typically, whenever we see those types of things, it's like, I at least cover it and be like, oh yeah, looks like a pretty robust character creation system. Like, Warhammer 40K had that. And hell, even, you know, Traveler's Rest and like Stardew Valley and stuff attempt to try to make a character creation, you know. You can spend hours creating like characters from other games to then bring, you know, like Baldur's Gate. You could bring in like the whole damn cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation if you wanted to. Like, try to get Worf and Geordi and or Kirk or whomever from whatever, you know, whatever. You bring in Star Wars characters if you wanted to try to create people. Like, that's cool that you can do that. I don't want to spend my time on that. The reason is because I'd probably be a perfectionist and get stun locked in that. But, you know, it's cool that those options are there. So at least we cover those things. And that I think is just most important, is to just acknowledge that things are there. And be like, oh, that's cool. You know, because I know someone else would think that's cool, you know? Like, if I go into Baldur's Gate and it's like 16,000 options for, like, eyebrows, I'd be like, wow, dude, that's cool. That's not for me. I don't really care too much about that, but the fact that they put that in and I know it'll be meaningful to someone else, that's cool. I know someone's going to love that. Cool. And that's what's cool about this game, too, is that all the buildings are different, too, in many ways, yet also they're, like, completely identical, too. But, look at this, see? We've got 2 different gas stations here directly next to each other. The main buildings look the same, but the signs are completely different. That's cool. Because from a distance, you might notice that and be like, But in reality, I mean, how many coffee shops are literally right, like, across the street or on opposite sides of the street from each other? That's crazy. There are no options for eyebrows? Oh, Baldur's Gate then drops from Game of the Year to unplayable. We'll get Jeff to set up a breach charge at the Liberian offices and reclaim the prize. I didn't realize that it was that. I didn't realize it was a bad... You guys said it was a good game. I didn't realize it was a bad game. Thank you for telling me, chat. Now I know Baldur's Gate is a bad game. See? The things that we find out. I'm kidding. It was already a bad game. Alright, let's keep planting some more trees and make it look cute. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, it's fun to stream. Yeah, streaming is cool, though, because, like, we get to have conversations all day about games. Whether it's the game we're playing or something else. That's why streaming is really... You know, typically in the comment section, people just comment on what's going on in the game. But at least with the live streams, we get to chat about gaming as a whole. Like, I might be playing City Skylines 2 right now, but we can, you know, chat about what's going to be happening later on the channel or the schedule or whatever. Cool. You love the streams? I love streaming. It's fun. We'll be cutting back on the streams a little bit next year. I'll be streaming a little bit less to maybe make some more videos and go outside and be a little bit more healthier. I know. I'm disgusted too, but gotta be done. Okay, and some birch trees. All right, nice. Ooh. Get rid of all that parking on the streets. Outside, what's that? It's the place where the graphics are really good, but the game is bad. It's one of those examples of graphics good, game bad. I guess I could just upgrade that to a highway. Yeah, eventually. Do we even have... Oh, I have to unlock that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's leave it. Will I be streaming from the outside? I have before. Like, we went to a... I mean, there was literally a stream of me just going to a Wendy's and then finding a park. And then I just ate the Wendy's there. And then it was one of those streams where there was some reason why I couldn't stream from my channel. And I, like, contacted YouTube, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to, like, live stream, and I can't access my stream. And they're like, I don't know, good luck. So I basically just streamed me going out for lunch then, because it was like, well, I don't know what else to do. And then it just magically worked. Yeah, there are streams from Japan, yes. Me riding the Shinkansen, me around some temples. It was very fun, very nice. You can find those on the channel. We will be going back to Japan. There will be travel. It's gonna happen. Okay, how are we doing with... Alright, we gotta get to tier 4 to unlock actual farming. What? Oof. Oh, it's still doing that? Oh, they still haven't fixed that where the building will disappear? Alright. A major issue, that one. Ramen store, yeah. You know what'd be funny is just... You know what'd be hilarious is just to go around the world just to try ramen elsewhere. Like, go to Sweden and try ramen. Go to Japan, try ramen. Poland. Wherever. Alright, Ramen Shop Live, yeah. Oh, that'd be a great podcast. Live from the waiting room at the barber. Wow, the city actually, you know, not bad so far. Let's build another medium density here. Did the Ports and Recreation DLC launch yet? Is there Recreation DLC? There's Ports and Bridges. That's coming up next year. I think they delayed some of the DLCs, I think. I thought that there was going to be, like, beach houses and stuff this month, but maybe... I don't know. I feel like they should just... Everything should be on ice, DLC-wise, until this is looking good. Base game. Because there would be a lot of valid criticism and people saying, like, yeah, they put more effort into releasing DLCs than they did. They moved all DLCs to next year, yeah. Well, take the time that you need to make this game, the base game, more playable, and then obviously you'll sell more DLCs. Sock drawer? Yeah. We'll stream from the sock drawer. Mm-hmm. Can you make big houses in the hills? Yeah, you can zone for some pretty big homes. I mean, there's also some signature buildings. One thing that we unlocked just now was the... there's like a pop musician's house that we unlocked. And that's like a pretty big mansion with like horses and things. Go with that. Row houses and then small homes. And then commercial. Wow, for me, just kind of building at random after a while, I'm very happy with this. I like the fact that we're trying to keep the trees in, too. We shouldn't bulldoze everything. Yeah, the artist for Paisley Park, yeah. I still haven't gone there. I was thinking about it this year, but I was like, yeah, another day. One day. Alright, that should be fine. Don't want too many trees. Just enough. Yo, Knee64 dropping 5 gifted memberships for chat. Thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships to the Chatty Chatters. Exclamation point gift if you want to claim one of those. Members drop gift bombs all the time in the chat. All you got to do is be active in the chat to claim one. So toss a 1 in the chat. And then hit that link. And you basically just got to turn memberships on YouTube. Like, there'll be a little thing and YouTube will be like, hey, do you want to be gifted memberships for free? And then you just have to hit yeah. And that'll turn it on for all of YouTube. So if your other favorite streamers go live and they have if they have memberships and someone gifts there too, you're in for there as well. Which is cute. We should have more trees here. Yeah, you have to like pre-opt in. You can't just be given a membership unless you turn it on beforehand. What have they changed since you last played? Looks like there's new maps. They must have fixed some issues and bugs for sure that I don't know what existed. Or like the whole total. But we did try to go over some of the patch notes, and we did go to their YouTube channel to watch some of the things that they were working on, which is cool. I think they worked on some economy things, although that might still be broken. Also, the elementary school. I'm trying to see if this is broken still or not, where, you know, like 10,000 kids will try to go to school for like 8 years, elementary school. Maybe that's accurate, but I don't know. To go to elementary school for years and then just go to college for months or university, it seems like it should be almost the other way around. Because if you're going to university, you're trying to get like your master's and doctorate and whatnot. Yeah, there's snow in the game. Yep, there's whole day, night, and seasonal cycles. The only thing about that is I wonder if the trees are still kind of weird, and some of the ground seems plasticky, where like the cemetery will still stay green in the winter as if it's like a heated cemetery. Like, what the hell? Oh, good. Well, we're positive on the money, and we're earning a lot of. I can't believe they still don't have the little thing here that just. There needs to be a toggle to where you can just turn that on to be able to see how many people are coming into the city, or money. Like, I appreciate the multiple arrow, but you'd think that the human mind would know that 100 versus 1,000 versus 10,000 are vastly different numbers. I think they were trying to simplify and get numbers off the screen, but it's like, well, all right, then make that a toggle. I want it on. I want to see numbers. Yeah, all right. They want more commercial. I guess that's what's being built now. Yeah. I guess I'll put more commercial here and here. Numbers are overrated. Not in this community. Everybody's a number one here. Pop some trees down, blend that together. That's almost like a Bob Ross painting. We're blending. I don't build cities. I make paintings and blend everything together. Like, oh, we're gonna build an intersection here out of titanium white. Also, I've been cutting back on the roundabouts a little bit, huh? But then again, I think we'll make a beautiful suburban area here that just kind of goes along the river. And then the big O city can be here, and then suburbia all around it. Which kind of makes sense. I gotta turn off the Tweety Bird. Peace and quiet. Damn it, isn't that a North American style train? The European train should be those EMCs or whatever. Yeah, we're listening to battle music right now. We're battling local government policies. Well, we have 3 more points to spend. We went heavily into roads. Maybe we could do... some of these things still feel a little early. Welfare office, maybe? Actually, I don't even have a police department. Let's build that instead. Not time for that. That's a good spot. Have they updated the disasters that can happen? I don't think so. I mean, the new maps were cool. I hope they continue to do a lot of that. Cool, so now we've got police, fire, school. Build a high school now. We could. Budget's down again, though. Let's get that money back up. Let's build more of those big, blue, beautiful commercial offices. A little spot there for commercial, I suppose. Nook and cranny now between the trees. You ran out of space from low density taking 70% of your city. Yeah, it feels like I have some other maps too of populations near 100,000 where a majority of people prefer to live in suburban homes. I wish there were ways to modify that where it's like if somebody wants to live in a home really bad, but then you make it where maybe a nice apartment is super affordable, maybe they'll kind of compromise where it's like, well, we want a home, but there's not much available, but there's a really good rate on some rental property or some like apartments. So it's like, okay, well, it's not exactly what we want, but this is okay. Well, now I was going to build this like beautiful drive along here, but I don't know. It's going to be farmland. Well, then again, we could start with farms and then push it out later. Yeah, that low density demand is always just like you build a park and then it's like, oh, dude, 7,000 homes want to move in now. I can't build a roundabout there. Yeah, well, we could make it no left turn. That'll probably help. And build a roundabout? Hey, it said no left turn. What the hell? Where are the cops? Bro. Wow. Alright, we need 7 more police stations. I want everybody in the city to be in law enforcement. Watching everybody. Everybody with a notebook. Writing down everything. Keep a watchful eye on them. So there's still a little bit more industrial space there, so we got some room for that. Oh yeah, we can make districts now. Alright. I don't know about that just yet. That road's getting busy. Well, it begins. We're going to have to start worrying about traffic now. Or mass transit will probably fix this. Do we even have access to that? All right, when we hit tier 4, then we'll have mass transit. Buses will fix a lot of that, surprisingly. They're actually quite effective. So that's good. Let's add some more industrial. Well, that's good. The wind is blowing down towards the railroad tracks, so that's good. Okay, more residential demand. Oh, nice medium buildings there. 2. Hey, we've unlocked some condos. How do we access that? Oh, there. La-ti-da. Very bougie. Maybe we'll put it more down here by the school. There's more residential demand, so we can chop away a little bit of commercial. They can live next to the school. Alright, and we're basically tier 4, which means we can do farming. We just need like a few more houses to be built, and we're good. Pop musician house. Well, I don't know. I gotta fix this road though. That's gonna be one of the things we're working on next. Maybe we could put their house up here. Where's the farmland go? Okay. Oh, never mind. Tier 4, Grand Village. Cool, so now we can build farms. Very nice. That's where I wanted to get to. Alright, very nice town. Very nice. Oh, that's right. This game did not... let's upload that to the Steam Cloud. Oh, this whole time there was a thing up here. That's why none of my stuff saved to the cloud. When we built all of our cities before, we were using local and not Steam Cloud, so we had to save there. This is the Mountain Village map. One of the older maps, but we did take a look at some of the newer maps. The two new ones, which were the Sunshine Peninsula, which seems to be heavy into oil, brother. And then Coral Riches, which is kind of a basic mixed map, but both very warm maps. All right, guys, we're out of time this morning for City Skylines 2, our first look at some of the new updates since our initial look back in October. We kind of stopped playing a little bit in November, but yeah, we'll be back for more. And, of course, taking a look at what the devs had delivered on for the updates between then and now, and their video on what they promised to do in the future. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll be back for more. If you guys missed today's video, make sure you jump back to the beginning to find everything that you missed and what else may have been added and other things, news related to City Skylines 2 from the beginning of the stream. Everybody smash that like button and let us know that you want to see more City Skylines 2, that you love the channel, that you're a big fan, and throw out some positive vibes. Right now, we're going to be going live to a new video on the channel of a new city builder that plays a little bit like... well, a little bit like Foundation, but a little bit like Banished, a little bit like Farthest Frontier, a little bit like Anno. So I'll drop a link for that in the channel right now. YouTube will likely not redirect most of you to this video going live right now. So click or tap that link so you can go check out what's new. And I will see you all in our next stream starting in just a little bit. Thanks again, guys, for watching. And I'll see you all in that YouTube premiere. Let's go!